This is not a horror movie or campfire story. This actually happened to me, and in a terrible way at that. And to this day, even all these years later, I don't sleep at night. My name is Daniel Carter. I was 22 years old when this happened, and I can tell you everything that I'm about to tell you is the truth. It was the first winter of 2017. I had just moved into a small rented house on the outskirts of town suburbs of Portland, Oregon. It was nothing much, 2 bedrooms, squeaky floors, the kind of old wooden house you found at the end of nowhere. My landlord, Mr. Evans, gave me the keys and said something that has stuck with me. It's cheap for a reason. Some people don't like being that alone. I dismissed it at the time. Alone did not frighten me. I liked the silence, or so I thought. The first week went by. Work, sleep, the mundane routine. But that Friday night, that was when things were flipped upside down. It was around 11:30 at night. I was watching a movie and already in bed when I heard the front door being knocked on. Not a social knock. Intentional. Tentative. Tap, tap, tap. My stomach tightened. Who would be knocking on someone's door late at night, especially where my nearest neighbor was over a mile away? I glanced out the window, but the porch light was out, and I could merely make out a dark figure of body. Tall, skinny, not moving. I shouted, "Who's there?" Nothing. Another knock. Tap, tap, tap. I grabbed my phone and tried to text my friend Eric, but the reception was terrible as always. The message wouldn't send. I thought it was a lost hiker, maybe a car that had broken down on the highway. I opened the door in spite of myself an inch or two. No one was there. The porch was empty, the gravel road quiet. And I swear on my life that I felt something. You know that shiver that your body gets when you feel like somebody is watching you? My skin crawled. My heart was racing. I shut it, locked it, and told myself go to bed. But sleep wasn't forthcoming. It was nearly 2 a.m. when I heard it again, this time, however, within the house. Tap, tap, tap. It was in the guest room, the one where I hadn't slept. My heart pounding with fear, I grabbed a flashlight and walked towards the door. It was open. That door was closed for days. "Hello." My voice choked. I shoved it open away, and my light beam sliced through the vacant room. Nothing. But the window. The window was open as wide as it would go, the curtain billowing in the cold wind. I shut it, trying to trap my scare breath. Had I left it slightly open, maybe? But I was sure. I was positive I hadn't left that window open since I moved in. I got back to my bedroom, shut the door, and was in bed with my ears perked for any sound. It wasn't long before I heard the footsteps. Slow, heavy, dragging footsteps along the hall. They were my door. I hoped that. Or so it was. I hoped it was my imagination, but then the handle began to turn. The lock held, thank God, but whoever, whatever, just hung there on the other side. There was. Breathing, short, shallow breathing, as if someone was trying to catch their breath. I didn't sleep that night. By the time the sun had actually come up, there was no one in the hall. But I'd followed muddy footprint from the guest room to my room. Long, wet footprints. But the clincher is, they weren't footprints. The toes were too long. The arch was wrong. Like claws. I collected a few things and headed directly to Mr. Evans, the landlord. I explained everything to him. His face turned white. He did not look shocked, he looked guilty. He spoke about the first tenant, Laura Mitchell. She rented the house alone. One winter night, she vanished. No broken door, no trace. Vanished. The only clue left behind was the same muddy claw-marked footprints. The police never did crack it. Folks would grumble to each other about the midnight guest, an urban legend, a man who shows up on your doorstep, just standing there waiting for you to invite him in. Open the door, just a crack. That's all, that's what it would have taken. I had opened the door. Mr. Evans tried to brush it off, but I saw the terror in his eyes. He immediately refunded my deposit. I no longer slept in the house. I stayed for a while at my brother's place, but until today, I shiver if I recall. I still hear the knock every now and then at midnight. Tap, tap, tap. But I no longer open the door.